Good evening, everyone. This is Mayor Cyril Jefferson convening a regular meeting of the High Point City Council. We are going to have an agenda here this evening, but before we do that, we ask that folks join us for a moment of silence and Pledge of Allegiance. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. To start this evening's meeting, we're going to review our agenda, and after some review, if someone would kindly help us with adopting our agenda, that would be great.
Mr. Mayor, upon reviewing our agenda, there's a need to add an item to the general agenda, which will be G3 regarding funding for a nonprofit.
Okay. Would you like to make that in the form of a motion?
Yes, sir. I motion that we add agenda item G3 to our general agenda.
And do you want to also motion to adopt?
Yes, motion to adopt.
Okay. Is there a second on that motion?
Second.
Second made by Councilmember Cook. Any discussion on the motion to add G3, funding for a nonprofit organization?
That's adopting as amended, right?
Adopted as amended, yes.
Adopted as amended.
Thank you.
Any discussion on the motion to adopt this amended agenda? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any against? The ayes have it, and our amended agenda has been adopted. Okay, I am excited, and typically, y'all, I would come down and read in front of everyone and call you all up, but I don't have my lapel mic, so I'm gonna read from here, and then we're gonna do a picture afterwards. I'm gonna read the proclamation, and I'm actually going to call up a few folks because we get to celebrate the folks who help us plan this great city. So, with that, whereas change is constant and affects all cities, towns, and counties throughout the United States and its territories, and whereas city planners help navigate these changes through inclusive planning processes and development project reviews aimed at improving the quality of life of our residents, and whereas community planning provides an opportunity for all residents to be meaningfully involved in decisions that impact the future of our city. And whereas the full benefits of planning require public officials and residents who understand, support, and demand excellence in planning and plan implementation. And whereas the month of October is designated as National Community Planning Month throughout the United States of America and its territories, and is endorsed as such by the American Planning Association. And whereas National Community Planning Month is an opportunity to highlight planning as an essential function to help guide intentional growth of our city, and how planners play an integral role in navigating key land use decisions that impact where and how we live, work, and play. And whereas the national celebration of National Community Planning Month also gives us the opportunity to publicly recognize the participation and dedication of the members of the High Point Planning and Zoning Commissions, and whereas we recognize the many valuable contributions made by the City of High Point's planning staff, notably the recent adoption of the city's first ever High Point 2045 Comprehensive Plan, and extend our heartfelt thanks to their continued commitment to public service. Now, therefore, I, Cyril Jefferson, Mayor of the City of High Point, North Carolina, do hereby proclaim October 2024 as Community Planning Month in the City of High Point, in conjunction with the celebration of National Community Planning Month. Can we please celebrate all the folks who do such incredible work? If you don't mind, I'd love to ask some of our fearless commissioners to come forward. Mark Wash, Shazia Iqbal, Steve Galanti, Thad Juszczyk. I'm sorry, Thad, if I messed that up. Okay. Mark Morgan, and Terry Venable. If you all will come forward up front. And right after this, I'm going to invite up our planning staff and transportation staff. So we're going to take a picture with commissioners first, and then we're going to invite up planning staff and transportation planning staff. All right. So first item up for discussion are our consent agenda items. Is there any questions, or is there a motion to approve our consent agenda?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion's been made by Mayor Pro Tem Holmes and seconded by Councilmember Andrew. Any discussion on the motion to approve our consent agenda? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any against? The ayes have it, and our consent agenda has been approved. Moving to our general business agenda, I do want to say a brief reminder, anyone present for the Piedmont School Special Use Permit, it is being continued to our November 18th City Council meeting. If you've got any questions, please feel free to let our staff know. Next item is item 2024-413, consideration of a reappointment to the City of High Point's Board of Alcoholic Control, also known as the ABC Board. Council has requested.
There's a motion to approve that continuance to the November 18th that the council will need to make.
Okay, so a motion does need to be made to continue it. Okay. Is there a motion to continue this item?
Second.
Motion's been made by Councilmember Peters and seconded by Councilmember Johnson. Any discussion on the motion to continue? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any against? The ayes have it, and that motion passes. Item 2024-413, council's request to confirm the reappointment of James Tanner to ABC Board, term effective November 15th of this year and expiring November 15th of 2027. Is there a motion to approve this item?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion's been made by Mayor Pro Tem Holmes and seconded by Councilmember Peters. Any discussion on that motion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any against? The ayes have it, and that motion passes. The next item is an item that's been added to our agenda, G3, is request to allocate $20,000 of ARPA funds to the senior resource, ARPA-enabled funds to senior resources of Guilford County. Is there any questions, or is there a motion on this one here?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
There's a motion made by Mayor Pro Tem Holmes, seconded by Councilmember Cook. Any discussion on the motion to approve this item?
Just to put a point on this, Mr. Mayor, these funds will go to support senior resources who assumed mobile meal responsibilities for the city of High Point. And so they serve 108 of our seniors, and so they are feeling a need when it comes to food resources here in the city. Also, they do wellness checks a couple times a month. So one of our potentially vulnerable populations, they're stepping in to take over that need. And so that's kind of the synopsis of where these funds are being allocated to.
Thank you. Any further discussion on this item? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any against? The ayes have it, and that motion passes. We now come to the end of our meeting. Are there any announcements or comments from the dais? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion made by Councilmember Peters, seconded by Councilmember Johnson. Any discussion on the motion to adjourn? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any against? The ayes have it. We are adjourned.